three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Everyone, welcome to Teaching Crypto, as this could be a historic day. This is AZcrypto, MrFOMO. Please hit that like, that subscribe button, share the show. Help us grow to 2,000. We greatly appreciate it. Huge day yesterday. SEC got hacked, and there was a tweet / post, whatever you want to call it, sent out that the Bitcoin ETF was approved. And just a few minutes later, after some volatile price action, it came out that they were hacked. And not only were they hacked, came out later that someone got a hold of their phone number and they were not using a two-step security process. MrFOMO, what was your reaction to a crazy day yesterday?
It almost seems like it's a fake, like somebody, miscommunicated with their social media intern, and maybe Gensler didn't specify we want that tweet sent out tomorrow. But I almost have a hard time feeling that they were hacked. Maybe it's true. Maybe somebody forgot to set up two-factor authentication on their phone. Maybe that's true. And if that's true, that's just lazy for someone who is in the Securities and Exchange Commission. I guess you're looking at the wrong kind of security, right? Just not paying attention. I cannot believe that would happen to a government agency that is a market maker like that. And so I fully expect to see some people taking the SEC to task. And I fully expect, there's already congressmen writing letters to the SEC trying to find out what happened. And so I cannot believe that if you are a government agency, for the school system has a set up two-factor authentication, for God's sakes. So if you're not setting that up and you work for a high-ranking government agency, there's something wrong with you.
There's definitely something wrong. According to X, they were hacked in their initial investigation, and someone outside got a hold of their number. Now, even if that person was using a VPN, there is technology to find out who that is. So I'd be very curious if we ever find out who the hacker was and what kind of relationship they have with, maybe
they work for BlackRock.
Maybe, or who knows, maybe a whale or two, or maybe a mining company. We just don't know.
Well, it makes perfect sense if you are someone who is taking out leverage bets against the market, right? Yes. If you wanted to send the market into a frenzy like that and hit your mark, it makes perfect sense. You don't even have to be someone who's using money to manipulate the market at that point, because if you can create an elaborate hoax like this, the market is on a hair trigger right now because of this ETF. And so that, I think that just proved it. But it also proved to me that, these leverage traders are going to be the thing that sends us down after this ETF gets approved, because I fully see that leverage traders will either long the market, just obscenely long, or they will start shorting the market, and you'll see the market coming back down. But I honestly think that you'll see the leverage traders and leverage trades manipulating the market away from what we think is going to happen. And so I think once this news hits, I think there's going to be a lot of leverage trades in the opposite direction. So I'd be interested to see how that affects the market. But I think people forget sometimes that leverage trading has a lot of influence on the Bitcoin price and the larger market. And so when this does hit, the initial news is going to create some FOMO, but I think that the leverage traders by the end of the week will take control of the market and give us a little bit more volatility.
Yeah, Tennessee, it'd be great if we got that 500K. That probably not happening, but I've seen some people now call for 200K. Is it a bit ambitious? Yes. But like I said, I have my conservative 90 just this year, not even at the top of the cycle. Now, is today the day? I think it is. You see BlackRock again cutting their fees at the last moment.
Did they cut them? Because they were holding strong.
This is as of this morning, it was cut. Now, here's what I'm thinking, Mr. FOMO. Hear me out. I think we're going to get an approval today, but it will not be announced on X. I mean, people will pick up on it and other people will announce on X, but the SEC is going to go through the traditional press release methods, and then you'll hear it. And then I do think either tomorrow or Friday, people will be able to buy ETFs. But be careful out there, because yesterday a lot of people were liquidated. We got up to 47.9 and crashed. And I want to say the crash was before everyone knew that it was a fake post. So that's what really makes it interesting here. Yes, the fake post kept the numbers down, but if you look back when it went to 47.9, there was a quick dump, and I looked back at my phone, and that dump was kind of right before. That's what really makes it curious. The news came out that it was fake. So it's just a lot of coincidences there. I'm not a huge person into the fact, that everything is a huge hoax or anything like that. I don't believe in all conspiracies, but there was some fishy action yesterday. Here's what I'm going to say. I think the people that hacked the SEC account are in crypto in somehow, some way. They're not just innocent bystanders that are just doing this as a joke. I think there may have been someone that they wanted to make lose a lot of money. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I have no inside information, obviously, but that would be my guess. But I think we're gonna have it today, and I do think eventually, once the dust clears, we're going to go to 48.50. Maybe not in the first hour, but within the first 24 to 48 hours, and then all bets are off. Right? There are people that think we're going to continue to take off, and then you and I believe we're a little bit different. You think that the retrace is going to come right away. I think it's going to take a little bit, but I do think before April, we're definitely going to have a retrace. My bet would be sometime this month, but you think it's going to happen earlier.
I think by the end of this month, into February, we will be into a retrace. I really don't see this propelling the market straight up. Like we always say, the market never goes straight up. But to me, I can honestly see, not only with the leverage traders, just the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of stuff. People are going to take their profits that bought way back when the price was 15, or 20. And so I really have a hard time believing that this is going to be a God candle, straight to 90, or, going to propel us past 100 or to 500, like some people are saying. I really think that this is just going to be another, bump in the market, and then we are going to come back down to more healthy levels.
Yeah, I wanted to quickly say this. ETH is showing a lot of strength right now. What was interesting to me is ETH pumped well. We had a 2,400 ETH this morning. We've come down a little bit, and I've noticed Solana is showing some weakness, which is, why is that good? Well, if we do get a retrace and Solana is retracing from 95, you're talking about picking up Solana in the 80s. And that would be, guys, entertainment purposes only, an amazing pickup. So keep your eye on Solana. Chainlink showing some strength this morning, pushing 14. Just to be honest, I do carry some Chainlink right now, and I'm looking for a move of Chainlink before the end of the month. Some of these coins do move despite Bitcoin, and so
I'd be willing
keep that
to
in
bet
mind.
that a lot of traders out there are saying this Bitcoin ETF is a done deal. What's the next ETF on the market right now? And they're looking at Ethereum and going, this is the next obvious one. So let's put our money into Ethereum. Let's get this Ethereum ETF rolling, and let's see what happens there. So I think a lot of people are hedging that bet against Ethereum and Ethereum ETF. Also, that Ethereum is going to move more than Bitcoin in the upcoming bull run, just because of the market cap difference. But to me, I could honestly see traders looking at this and saying, all right, what's the next coin that's going to get this kind of action? And Ethereum is the next obvious one.
Yeah, I like ETH a lot in this cycle, and some people don't. It can be a slow mover, and it can be very frustrating to some people if they're expecting quick returns. But if you zoom back, 1,600 wasn't that long ago. All right. And look here, we're pushing 24 again. I like a very conservative 5K ETH in this cycle as the worst case scenario at the top. But I think 10K is very, very doable here. And I think what's good is you're going to have ETH is not one of the ones, it's not going to go to 10K and revert back to 4 like some of the other coins do. Like if it goes to 10K, it might go back to 88, 9. So there's going to be a lot of chances to take profits. It's a very stable. It's not a stable.
It's because it's
not
useful,
straight.
right? Ethereum is what a lot of things are built on.
So yeah,
you know,
still,
they
they
say
even though
that
Solana's made,
Bitcoin is the gold, is digital gold. You know, Litecoin is digital silver, and Ethereum is digital oil. You know, if you haven't heard that before, try and wrap your head around that idea, especially with Ethereum and the oil part, because people use this a lot. People are using Ethereum to build on. Ethereum is one of the main drivers in crypto. And so it's like AZ said, it's going to provide stability on the downturns in your portfolio. It may not give you that 10x or that 100x that you might be looking for because we're all DeFi degens, but it is going to give you that stability when those DeFi products go, 70% through the floor.
Yeah, so I think ETH is going to, and here's the thing about ETH: if we do have a retrace and you can get ETH back close to 2,000, well, even better. So I think ETH is a very safe play. I talked about ones you definitely want to have: Solana, Injective. We talked about ETH just being a given, just because of the stability. But obviously, it's about your risk tolerance. But huge day coming up. When and if the ETF does go live, we will obviously react.
Bitcoin.
Please. Oh, sorry. Did I say ETH? Freudian slip there. I'm
I
thinking.
threw you.
I'm thinking about the summer teaching crypto show we're going to do. But how about this? When the Bitcoin ETF, let's try this again, does go live, we're hoping to be on the air to celebrate with you guys. Please hit that like. Please hit the subscribe button, bell notification. Help us out any way you can. Thank you guys so much. For Mr. FOMO, this is AZcrypto saying have a good day. See you later.
See you.